Hey everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Getting started with payroll might feel overwhelming, but in this video, I'll show you exactly how to use Gusto Payroll for the first time, from setting up your company to preparing for your first payroll, step by step. Also, if you haven't signed up for Gusto yet, you can use the link down below to get started, and once you run your first payroll, you get $100 sent back to you. Now, as you may already know, Gusto is an all-in-one payroll and HR platform built to simplify how businesses manage their teams. It takes care of everything from payroll processing and direct deposit to tax filings, benefits, onboarding, and more. So whether you're paying employees, contractors, or both, Gusto helps you stay compliant with state and federal requirements while automating tedious parts of your work. So this tutorial will walk you through the key steps you need to take to get started with Gusto Payroll for the very first time. Before we continue, you need to know that Gusto offers different pricing tiers based on the size of your team and the features you need. So Gusto has three main plans: the simple plan, plus plan, and the premium plan. And it's also got a fourth plan called the contractor only plan. So here you can see the fee and the features included. For the plus plan and the premium plan, you get 25% off for the first 3 months. So this is what the site looks like. You're gonna have to go to gusto.com, of course, and then you scroll down where you see an option to create an account. So just click on it. Alright, so this is the sign up page, and as you can see here, you're going to have to create a free account. So you can see that you've got two options. You can either sign up with Google or just manually enter the details. You can go for this if you want something super easy, but let's go with this. You need your first name, last name, work email, company name, number of employees, company phone number, and then you need to create a password. So I'm just going to enter these details. Okay, so once you're done filling in your details, you just click on create account. Next, you're going to have to verify your email. So you go straight to your inbox and verify your email. All right, now you're on Gusto's welcome page, and now you're going to be asked a few questions so Gusto can get to know your business better and, of course, tailor your dashboard and tools to match your business. All right, so first, there's myself. This one's for solo business owners who would only be paying themselves. Then the next one here is employees in the US. This means people you directly employ, like full-time or part-time staff who are on your payroll. Next, you've got non-US employees. These are team members you employ full-time who live outside the US. Okay, so just bear in mind that this option can be limited depending on your plan. Contractors in the US. Now, this is for independent contractors or freelancers you hire for specific tasks or projects. So this is the one we're going to be choosing. Then next, you've got non-US contractors, could refer to freelancers or service providers you work with who live outside the US. Then lastly, vendors. These are businesses or individuals that regularly provide goods or services. Yeah, so these are the options here. For this tutorial, let's go with contractors in the US. Now Gusto wants to know how your company is currently running payroll. But if you're new to running payroll, you can select this. If you use another online payroll software, you can choose this option. But if you do it manually yourselves, if you handle the calculations and all of that yourself, you can just select this one. But let's go with we're new to running payroll. Now Gusto's asking an important question. Is your company registered as an employer with the IRS? In order to run payroll, you're going to need your federal EIN, which is your employer identification number. So if you don't have that yet, you're going to have to register with the IRS. If you do, you can select yes and continue. But let's just go with no. Now you just need to type in the state where you work. Next question is, do you have an accountant or bookkeeper helping your business? This is important because Gusto gives you the option to add an accountant to your account, which can be very helpful if you need someone to take care of the numbers, sync your books, or handle things like tax filings and payroll reports. Yeah, so you can select this if you've got an external accounting service, or you can select this if you've got an in-house accountant or bookkeeper. All right, so let's go with no, I don't. Next, all you need to do is select an industry that matches your business. And if you've got a website, you can include it here. Alright, so once you type your industry in, you're going to get a couple of options that are related to it. So let's go with this one. And then you're going to be asked if your business is CRB related. That's short for cannabis related. Yeah, so if it's cannabis related, then you're going to have to say yes. But if it's not, then you carry on. And that's because CRB related businesses need to use specific banks for payroll. So let's carry on. We'll say no and move on. Next, you're being asked, does anyone in your company need to track hours worked or create hourly schedules? Now, you can select this if you'd like to use Gusto's time tracking feature. So let's go with yes. Another interesting feature Gusto has is it offers a 401k retirement plan. The 401k plans offer tax advantages, reducing taxable income and providing potential savings. If you're interested in this, you can say yes. If you're interested but not yet, you can select this one. If you don't need this at all, you can just go with no. But let's go with not yet, but I'm interested. Now Gusto is asking for your desired first payday. So this is the date when you plan to start paying employees or contractors. Yeah, so you can choose a date here that works for you. Once you've selected a date, you can carry on. So based on your needs and information you filled out in the previous steps, Gusto will recommend a plan or a package. So here you don't need to pay anything to start. You don't need your credit card. Yeah, so but after your first payday, you'll be billed at the beginning of each month for the previous month's service. Yeah, so let's carry on. We're going to start with this package. So Gusto gives you the option of adding another admin. Now, this is important if you'd like to add someone else in your business and give that person access to payroll and other settings. This could be a co-founder, another team member, or even your accountant. If you'd like to add them, select yes. Wouldn't like to do that, you can select not right now. Then the next step here is filling in your addresses. So now you need your company address. All right, so you're going to include these details. Whether you select this is a physical address or you select this is a mailing address, you're still going to need a physical address. So yeah, so just bear that in mind. Gusto requires a physical address. Alright, so once you're done, you save and then go on to the next step, which is filling in your federal tax info. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to need your EIN, your employee identification number. So this number is like your business social security number. It's how the government knows you're you. Without it, you can't pay your taxes or open a business bank account. So this is very important. If you don't have one yet, you can register with the IRS, but if you do, you can carry on. Now, you're going to have to share your filing address. Now, this is the address the IRS and other tax agencies will use for any official tax document or correspondence related to your business. So make sure it's accurate and up to date. So you can fill out the details and then select save to move on to the next step. Then next you need your bank account. Alright, now it's time to add your company's bank account. Gusto will use this account to pay wages, taxes, and your monthly Gusto fee. But don't worry, you won't be charged until after your first payroll. They recommend linking a checking account, and to make it super easy, Gusto uses Plaid, a secure service that connects your bank in just a couple of minutes. But if you'd rather not use Plaid, you can do it manually with small test deposits, though it's going to take 1 to 2 business days. And just keep in mind that for your very first payroll, you might need to wire funds if you're using the manual method. So next up is your pay schedule. Now, this is where you decide how often you'll be paying your team. Gusto gives you a few options like weekly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly. So just choose what fits your business best, and don't worry, you can always adjust this later if your needs change. And lastly, you've got your signatory. Now, this is the person who's legally responsible for payroll, basically the one signing off on all the payments and tax filings. In most cases, it's the business owner or someone in a leadership role. Alright, so your name automatically appears here, it auto-populates, but you can appoint someone else if you'd like all of this to be handled by another person. Alright, so now we're in the dashboard. Here you can see people. Now this is basically for your employees. So this is where you add your employees. So add from template, add former employee, add multiple employees. Alright, so feel free to explore Gusto and make the best use of its features. If you're using Gusto for the first time, I really hope you found this tutorial useful. And remember, if you haven't signed up for Gusto yet, you can use the link down below to get started. And once you run your first payroll, you get $100 sent back to you. Thank you for watching.